Rounding back to the Cerebus phone book, I posted Eddie's diamond list, and Michael Grabowski said, "It seems to me that paying for the printing of remastered phone books is exactly what Kickstarter is for. What's it cost to print 100 remastered Melmoths and ship them to 100 North Americans, plus pay Kickstarter and Gerard and Sean and Seiler's estate, etc.? I'm assuming Seiler proofreading." No, he didn't proofread Melmoth. Never got as far as that one. But I take your meaning. That's the Kickstarter donation price that gets you a remastered Melmoth. If it doesn't meet the goal of paying for 100 remastered Melmoths, there's no remastered Melmoth for anyone. Simple as that. If more than 100 are sold at that price, the per unit cost for AV drops. It keeps the gravy. Does he already know that the books would be unkickstartably expensive? That's a very good, not an adjective or an adjective. Unkickstartably. No, I don't know. The problem I would see with that is we're trying to schedule the Kickstarters closer together, and we have more guys doing Kickstarters. Like they're in the on-deck circle. It's just a very slow-motion race as to who gets his service and hell done that gets Kickstarted. I'm hoping, and I'm not sure if this is a faint hope or a could happen hope, that I can do the Cerebus archive portfolios more frequently. It's like every 2 months would be a stretch. Can I do it every 4 months? Can I do it every 5 months? I want to see how long it takes me to do the text on Can 10 lines, which I'm working on now. I'm just approving the proof on that one. The problem that I would see with this is that if I go, okay, I have no idea if we can sell enough of these, here's the price that I'll put them at, where this will cover the printing, this will cover everybody making some money off of it, on 100 of them getting done, and make that the goal, then if you don't get to the goal, then you've used up however long the Kickstarter was, 3 weeks or whatever, or 4 weeks, and there's no money, and there's no, the project, you basically just used up 3 weeks of the calendar, and you've got nothing to show for it. It's like, we can maybe build up to trying something like that, but we have to see what we can do regularly. I mean, we were very lucky with the Marvel Man Bar Kickstarter because somebody at Kickstarter themselves put a goal of 6,200 on it. And fortunately, Eddie kind of blanched visibly and went, no, we don't do that. Dave always lowballs and, capital L lowballs the target. And I just heard the same thing from Sean Robinson with one of his Living the Line books. He said, I put a higher goal on it just to go, okay, what does this do? And he said, I think we're going to get there, but we're only like halfway there, and we're past the halfway point or whatever it was. And it's like, I'm really starting to sweat. So don't do that. Always lowball the goal. So whatever happens, the project does actually happen. So it's with the trade paperbacks, the fact that there's 15 copies at Diamond, we're still in the situation of no, those are Diamond's last 15 copies, and then there's however many copies Aardvark Vanaheim has in inventory, and I'm going to encourage Eddie to do that as well. Like, we're if we're talking about Diamond's inventory, this is how many they've got. We should be talking about Aardvark Vanaheim inventory. This is how much we've got. So we're all looking at the same chessboard. We're definitely waiting until Diamond sells their 15, and then we're going to sell Diamond the original copies of Melmoth as long as we have copies. Until we're sold out, then there's no remastered version of something that's going to be done. We have to be completely out of the books, because otherwise the books just get stranded. Latter Days, as Matt, as you point out, there's 15 copies of Melmoth and Diamond. Latter Days only has 8. As long as we're on the same page with that, it would be talking about Melmoth. We would have to sell, Diamond would have to sell all of theirs. We would have to sell all of ours. And then there would have to be a gap there where I went, okay, if Sean hasn't already been paid for remastering them, and if Sean hasn't remastered Melmoth, now we start on that end of it. We can maybe find other angles on it. Michael, if you're asking specifically about Melmoth, as Matt says, I don't know why he picked that book. Maybe he picked it because that's the one that he would really like to see a remastered version of. I could picture an interregnum situation on that where Diamond has sold their 15 copies. We've sold however many copies we have. There has been a break. It has been remastered by Sean. It's now ready to go. And we could print a remastered copy for you before the remastered Melmoth is offered. And again, I could do a drawing or a sketch or something in it, and you will get that one before anyone else gets it. This is all focusing on Please Hold for Dave Sim. This is the core of the core of the core group. The FFF Fan Freak Freebie. We will definitely accommodate you if it's like, I'm not going to rest easy until I have the remastered Melmoth and, a remastered Melmoth hardcover. It's like, well, okay, that's not going to be a top priority or a front of line thing, just because Melmoth was never a popular book. But Michael Grabowski is definitely a very popular Cerebus fan around here. If I recognize your name, it's you're definitely one of the people keeping me alive. So if we have to move heaven and earth to get you a remastered Melmoth, we will get you a remastered Melmoth.
Well, I think he picked that book at random, but I mean, it like I said, it was weird that there's 2 other books, or there's 3 other books that are out of print, and then there's other books that are lower stock, and and I don't know, I'm willing to bet that AV from the warehouse giveaway, there's probably enough copies of most of those issues that you could just bind them yourself if you really wanted a hardcover. I mean, it's what.
Yeah.
What content is it that you're interested in? Are you interested in Melmoth in general? Are you interested in remastered Melmoth? Are you interested? That's where the fractured fandom comes in. Of the guys, we want hardcovers. Well, that's nice. You got money?
Yeah, I mean the original hardcovers, the Aardvark Vanaheim hardcovers, which were here's all of the pages that we've got in the Cerebus archive from that book, and if you're willing to pay to get those scanned and printed full size and remastered by Sean, and then bound into books, and special drawing done for you in the front. We had a patron who bought the first two of those. I forget which two books he got done, and they were 10,000 US each. And it's like, well, it doesn't have to be 10,000. If you want to say, okay, I really want all of the guys' pages done under those circumstances, and I want to buy them 10 at a time and have them bound in hardcovers, and I'm willing to pay $1,000 each. Well, okay, it's one of those things. I'll go $1,000 is $1,000. I'll see how doable that is. Anything that can just be done here, off-site storage of the artwork, bring it here, get it scanned, get it over to Studio Comics Press, get it printed, get the printing approved, sent to Michael GRABOWSKI, and here's what he wants it to look like. Okay, this is what it looks like. You want it a little lighter. You want more of the staining. It's your book. You let us know. That can all be accommodated. But in terms of 100 people, 100 people, it makes more sense to do 3 variant covers of an issue of Cerebus in Hell and make them incredibly rare, the rarest Cerebus comic books that there are, and turn that around. The turnaround time is a central element, where Marvel Man Bark, from time the Kickstarter was done, October, to mid-December, when Rolly has them all out the door, all in the mail system. That's what we want to do. And that's, well, okay, this is what we're geared to do. I'm open to suggestions, but I also, want to see my new work done. I want to see work by David Birdsong done, and work by Chad Lambert made available. So that has to be one of the priorities. But if there's something that you want as an individual Cerebus fan, and you can say, okay, I think this is what I can afford, and maybe you can get 5 other Cerebus fans to go in on it. If you can go, okay, I talked to 5 other people who are saying, yeah, that package that you described that you would be willing to pay $500 for, I'd be willing to pay $500 for. Well, okay, now you're talking $2,500 for 5 of the same thing, just with a different title page with a drawing on it. I'm amenable to that, but always looking at me and saying, I want you to do what I want, and we'll just have to take the risk that there's 100 other people that want what I want. It's like the turnaround time and using up the calendar. That's the flaw that I see in that one. But if you have a contrary argument, I'd be happy to hear your contrary argument on that, Michael.